Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to ZSR. Today we've got another here, Z2R Max Rando Tourney 2023 Swiss Round 3 match here between Level and TAH. I'm starting with me on comms this time is Mirai. How are you doing?
Hello, Star. I'm doing well. Just had some food that is digesting currently. May affect my commentary efficiency, so be aware.
Yeah, doing alright myself. Looking forward to a good race here. Third of the night. Should be fun.
Yeah, this is a 1-1 matchup here. I mean, this could go. We say this every time. We're only 3 weeks in. We say this every time. Could go either way. Yeah, if anything, I might give the edge to levelengine. He's like pretty good at this game. Alan, also a long-term veteran, seasoned veteran, but I would, I don't know. If I'm a betting man, I would bet levelengine. But guess what? We're playing Max Rando, so this could go either way.
We absolutely can. Both of TH, of course, also our resident community admin of everything. So we'll see how it goes.
Also, Ellen, if you're listening back to this, I'm sorry. I mean nothing by it.
Harsh but true, but blunt, I guess. And I mean, we'll see. Max Rando can do some. Well, Rando can Rando, but Max Rando can really Rando you very, very hard. Anything particular you might want to see from this seed?
Oh man, geez. I hate low gem seeds, so something in the middle was nice. I don't know. I like to troll our runners though with the biomes. That's always kind of fun.
We'll see how this goes. Reflect, 4 gems, 5 lives, flute, hammer, magic key, reflect, and downstab. And I think we've got a caldera possibly here.
I am going to agree with you on that biome guess. It's either that or a mountainous, but I'm going to say caldera as well because we see a lot of water here.
Yeah. Also, how open yet not this is.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is in Sario, but
apparently we want it. Thunder.
Oh, thunder. Yeah, because the text didn't fully load, so I wasn't quite sure what that was. But this is definitely a caldera biome. We've got a pretty open area here, but it looks like we've also got a wall of mountains off to our left and to our right. Pretty classic size of a one segment to a caldera, so...
Yeah.
Hopefully this isn't one of the nastier calderas, because calderas usually are straightforward in theory. You've got a big old lake and village, two pasture caves, and one pasture cave on each side of getting around. But sometimes the randomizer likes to throw a monkey wrench in.
Yeah, so it completely slipped my mind with what I wanted to say about this biome here. Alan Heffley had a race against Jake Hoper that ended up giving him the one loss he has. It was a caldera, and it was very trolly in terms of connections. So if that appears again, I think Alan's going to be ready for any trolliness for any calderas that may come his way in the seed.
Oh, for sure. And chat's wondering how we know what stabs he started with. Mariah booted up the seed before we started, just to check what we started with. So
yeah, but to be fair, when I asked for a middle-of-the-road gem, I totally forgot what the gem count was when I said that, so they did have to hit 4. I did see that early on, but I completely forgot.
Anyway, here's P306 near start. TH level trying to get some levels. Off the Iron Knuckle here. TH taking a death in this item cave, our first of the seed.
Yeah, it looks like a red Gyra up here.
Seems like it. Life 2 for level, sorry. Key block to the right. But she got the key. Right, start with any key. So that's a good point. Like, yeah.
Yeah, this is a rough medicine cave here.
Oh, for sure.
So Alan's trying to get the jump on the red Dyra, so the red Dyra throws it at him as he's jumping over him, but he's not getting that. The red Dyra's holding that axe and then throwing it as Alan goes over him. Alan's landing on the axe, and it hurts a lot at life 1.
Oh, for sure. This is a hard glove locked room for level, so you're gonna have to turn around. And that's a very nice 700 point payback. Whoa, for TH. That you'll take handily. Gonna be a good few early extra levels. You really want those.
We might see that dip into Medicine Cave right after this Heart Container Cave here with those levels now.
Probably, I think. I can take a good bit more hits and hit things a good bit harder with that. 68 Reflect on Magic too, by the way. Just a small key is a bit of a meh for TH, considering to start with the any key. He doesn't need that.
That's going to be at least one heart container pulled out of our seed here. So right now they could have a max of 8, but with that key showing its face, it's going to be a max of 7 so far. Could be max of 4 though. We don't know.
I mean, we started the we got the small key, but we also started with the indie key. So there's at least one extra item in the junk pool. No.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, sorry.
We started with actually 3 items: flute, hammer, and any key. So that there are 3 additional junk items in the pool by default.
I always just attribute keys to hearts for some reason. But no, yeah, that's not
junk items.
Yeah. Let's blame that one on my delicious pizza for dinner.
Apparently the entire Restream team had some Italian-ish food for tonight. I had some pasta, and I know Lost also is munching on pizza.
Level trying to kill this blue iron knuckle with down stab spam, but unable to get it. He might get it this time. Oh.
No,
negative.
Blue Gorilla is making for quite a bit of lag here on TH's side, but does get through here. This is going to be the key for level. TH still taking a look around.
No, the key was in Heart Container Cave. I don't know what's in Medicine Cave here.
Caves. Oh, here's another 700-point P bag for level. The southeastern corner is completely dead for TH. Where's our... Okay, I think we'll be seeing our pass-through to the Caldera soon.
Yeah, Alan walked in there. It's Jump Cave.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we saw that earlier. Well, I don't know if it's far enough north. I don't know if it's the pass-through to the Caldera or if it bypasses the Caldera, because they're supposed to be two-sided, but sometimes they end up being one-sided instead.
Yeah, that's true. If we don't see anything else, it kind of confirms the one, unless we have an unbeatable seed. I doubt that, though.
Just now for level, by the way?
Yeah, it was a 70-point P-bag in Medicine Cave.
Womp.
Yeah, so P-bag and key for the 2 item caves here. Nothing of use yet. Although we have a child, so
that might be useful later.
I don't know where Ellen adopted the child from.
One of the other item caves.
Oh yeah, was there a pillar P-bag cave? That might have been it. I'm not sure.
TH passed by a town there in the northeastern corner. I don't remember if we saw which one that was there.
Okay, Trophy. Yeah, oh, that's right. He was in Trophy. That's right.
It's going north here through a pasture cave. I'm not quite sure where this goes.
Yeah, this was going to spit us into the Caldera. You can see just the other side on the north side. It was going to lead us directly to the Caldera.
Oh wait, it's a north-south Caldera. I thought it was a east-west Caldera, but that's me losing my sense of direction then. Never mind.
As long as he can make it through. He's got 5 lives though, but and 2-2-4. I figured he was going to take a bop here. This is kind of a tough hallway sometimes.
Yeah, but he'll make it through. Okay, and that's I lost track of my sense of direction. I thought this was an east-west Caldera for some reason and not north-south. Whoops. That would be why.
Ooh. Red Dyra.
Ooh, that one's being a troll on TH's end. He's trying to downstab it. There we go.
Yeah, that's essentially the only play, unless you have a castable Reflect to be able to block those axes. The only plays to bring them back to the front in this early game type of setup.
Yeah.
I say the front, but it's actually the back because we're going through it in reverse. Whatever.
Yep, we are.
Wow, we do have our gyres in Overworld Encounters too. This is great.
Yep. And there's a Caldera for TH. I don't know why I thought this was a east-west Caldera map and not a north-south one, but there's P4.
Yeah, Level Engine just kind of clearing out where Alan had already shown us before. Level's a little behind because he jumps into the palace. Didn't really get anywhere. He might go back into the palace though. The magic key does let him go through any door. The only thing that's going to stop him is a fairy block somewhere, or I guess a glove block.
Oh, Rando's here, and neither of them are bothering with it because I guess they're not too worried about the spell. I mean, they do have Thunder and Reflect as he started with both. The only thing they might want is the Fairy spell.
Alright, so 3 screens of Jump Cave into the Caldera, and then Reverse Fairy Cave gets you out of the Caldera on the north side here as Alan continues his adventure.
Yep, there's probably Stonehenge on the left there. Here's the Marine pass-through, past Brapha. And Stonehenge has yet another P-bag. But you might have a point about those heart containers at this point.
Wow.
3 of our 4 items so far, 8.5 minutes into the seed, on the west have all been junk. Usually that's not a good sign. We've also got a hammer block cave here, though not that it matters, because they started with a hammer too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Me remembering your starting items for once. 20-point P-bag is not much help for TH. And there's our final palace as well in the southwestern part of the north. 72 Thunder and Magic 2 is honestly not terrible.
No, not at all. Just
level.
Just one more magic container and they'll be good to go in that department.
Yeah, or I'm not sure if it's castable for level because I haven't seen his spell book in a minute.
Wow, level. Okay. He knew he could take both the life and attack level there.
Yep, and our final palace on the west is GP. Alrighty.
I was going to say it's a little unlike level to go for a life level before an attack level, but as long as he knew he could take both of them, then it doesn't matter what you take first.
72 Thunder still at Magic 4, so yeah, not a good thing that it's that cheap, because apparently it's not getting cheaper for the moment.
Level must have a castable Reflect at Magic 4. Oh, well, theirs doesn't really matter, because I assume it's going to be castable very soon on Alan's side with that extra magic container.
I'd assume so, probably. And yeah, I'd assume that level has castable Reflect, otherwise I'm not sure why he would be in P4.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, you can go in here without castable Reflect, I'm just not sure why you would.
No, it would be an extremely odd play to make.
Yep. Another hammer and boots lock cave here. Really, Cave?
That
really?
Might be the other side of Parappa. If that's not Parappa just to the west of Mido, then it's Parappa down south. That's Boulder Block. What was Mido there? Totally looked at level.
Shield.
Okay.
So don't need that. If we see the medicine, might turn it in, but otherwise, man. Survivability's not that dismal this seed, so I don't think they're too worried about it, especially because they both keep getting 700-point P-backs like that.
Yeah.
We've seen a few each at this point, so they're not too hard-pressed for levels. As I say that, though, they both take a death.
Another fun fact about the race between Alan Heffley and Jake Hoper from last week was that there were 1,000-point P-bags dropping like candy, and they were dropping even more than these 700s. So Alan, 2 seeds in a row, is going to have very nice experience P-bags here. It seems like anyone who races him gets that comfort level of great P-bags.
Yep. Here's an item cave for TH, so confirming that the cave down south there, that's hard. Hammer and boots locked of all things, because Caldera biomes do Caldera things. It's not required as the other side of Parappa. Which is good, because that's a bit of a silly cave block.
Yeah, it's good, but sometimes you want to see that type of trolliness where the cave is there. You're like, it's right there. I have the hammer, I can get in, but I don't have the boots, so I can't reach it. And it's like, well, I just keep that in the back of your mind and keep playing.
No block for a level there in 4. That was another magic drop for TEH, so we're pretty solid on those now. 6 is quite a bit, gives you a nice comfy 96 points of magic. Gives you a good amount to work with, and here's our bridge. Here's our cave trip off the west. Is that bridge? Well, we're gonna get life first. Me as well.
Yeah, so with level dipping palaces early, this is a thing that he already saw the glove block. Not sure if Karak is behind that glove block or not. That could be a thing. So this might keep him, he might just full clear this P4 for everything he has available and not be able to reach the boss. And Alan will have a lot of time in the overworld to clear all that. It's one of the 2 strategies, dip palaces early or clear the overworld. One of those can be much better than the other in some seeds.
For sure. Oh, there's a P-bag again here in P4. What did I actually do with my notes? I'm not sure. We're gonna Okay, TH got both his magic jars in the overworld. For some reason, I thought one was in P4 for no apparent reason. Bad note star. Whoops. I was like, what did I do to my notes? But there we are. And I'm pretty sure I think we've seen all of the West as... Oh, hi! Islands East! Wahoo!
Yeah, without boots, too, so I like this. We see islands.
Quite a variety of biomes today and tonight between these two races.
Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we tend to see tend to see islands a lot when people already have the boots, and it's kind of a disappointment. But no boots on an island, I am pleased.
It is, yep, because boothless islands, very linear, very trolly. Have fun.
Yeah, this is essentially...
Especially this very ugly encounter, yikes.
The only place that we could have boots on the West would be P3, P6, because we already saw it not in 4, so it's almost seemingly forced if it's not available in the P3, P6, because the other one's GP on the West.
Yeah. We are, by the way, up to 3 P-bags, a key, and 4 P-bags from the seed, plus a small key. There's only 4 junk items in the vanilla pool. We have 3 additional because it starts 3 items.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
And we did because the reflect spell I started with was in the Nibiru slot, so we don't have a removed spell item either. And we're likely looking at restarts at this point. 40 life at Magic 3 is a bit expensive.
Wow, these
P-bags. That is yet another 701 P-bags home, so I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. 40, 72, 63 are the spell costs. So I think Reflect's also 63 for level, so just cast it.
So Alan's going to stick inside this Risen P-bag cave here. I don't know whether that was a Moa that hit him or whether it was an eyeball here. The giant coconut. Looks like a giant coconut, I believe. But we could also have a Moa there as well. He's on his last life, so this might be his game over if he can't walk out of this cave.
Quite possible. Oh. Let's see what this item is. It is a magic jar. Dodges that and is done.
I was going to say his play was either cast Thunder or cast Reflect at that point to get past that blue guy.
Yeah, but that's a back start, unfortunately.
I wonder if we'll see him dig into this palace here. Looks like it.
Not a terrible idea, given you're here, and you would like a pair of boots, I think, at this point. He hasn't seen much of the East, but he's seen enough to know that he would like a pair of... Well, he knows it's islands. You want boots for islands.
Yeah,
you do not want to be stuck hiking across the bridges for another half hour, because, I mean, the game does that to you sometimes, you just don't want to do it if at all possible.
Well, I rubbed my genie lamp before the race, and I asked for boots to be on Maze Island today. So let's hope that it's far away from being able to be acquired early on, and they're going to be stuck on that eastern biome islands. They're going to love it. They're going to thank me at the end of this.
Level's also down to no health as well,
yeah.
And that, I think, is, death, yep. TH pausing there to stare at his spell menu for a minute, trying to decide what to do, I think.
Yeah,
he'll spend a bit of time staring at their spell menus, because I noticed Level did so earlier as well, just trying to decide, okay. Probably doing a bit of mental math, right, how many times can I cast this?
Oh! That's a loop for Level. Back to the item room there. I don't know. He might be just trying to get this level at 2010, and then he's out of here. It might be glove block from Karok.
He might be, yeah. That is definitely the item room. Speaking of glove blocks, there's the 1 out of 3 or 6 for TH we saw briefly earlier from levelengine, I think.
Yeah, that's right. We did see that on Level side. That's a vanilla room.
Yeah, so they're both hoping to get some item of progression out of these respective palaces. We might be glove blocked out of both, though, who knows. I also don't even know which one this is for TH, because we haven't seen any windows yet. We've barely gotten in the door, as these iron knuckles are giving him some trouble.
Yeah, I don't think Level made it past this blue iron knuckle. He kept trying to jackhammer it to get through it, but he wanted the experience, but yeah, I don't think we saw left past this room that Alan's in.
I don't think so either. Just a 70-point P-bag there. I think the main P-bags is Well, 70, and 700. Very nice.
Yeah. Alan also getting beat up here.
Woof. As level has found a way to keep going at least a little further in 4 here.
Again, he might have been here. I think he's just killing this guy for the level, and he might be out.
He might be, I'm not sure. Okay, TH does manage to bounce past the blue iron knuckle there this time, and that is out of here for levels. So he's gonna go to the northern half now, and see what he wants, or go back there, and what he wants to do is, oh hi, here's Rebo. Okay, well that's a gem if nothing else for TH, that is worth it. Huh?
Yeah, and if he goes past Rebo at this point to confirm that the item's not back there, then we'll know the item is glove blocked, and it won't be the glove, and it'll be out of their mind as part of, like, you know, is the glove left behind, and he'll know it won't be.
Yeah. One thing to note too is, one reason why they might try to both stick around. Oh, never mind. I'm scared of bringing a thing or 3. Ignore me on that. But yeah, we'll have to see because P3 is also a relatively shorter palace.
Yeah.
So we might want to just poke around a bit here, see if you can't find it. Blue jar and 150 points off Revo. I think TH at least maybe... Nope, okay, is not going to go looking for an additional 198 points of experience. There's another 700 back for level 555 already, jeez.
Oh, Alan, the attack was 780. He could have just kind of let it ride and try to get that attack level.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 700 point P-bags, like you say, it's bound to have another one very soon, so that attack level's not too far out of his reach.
Levels in one of the numerous item caves, not quite sure which one this was.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I don't remember.
Got an elevator here, shaft here after Rebo for TH, so he's got a couple options. And as I say that, magic jar there for level, so that is his 6th.
Oh, same room from P4, open item room here for Alan.
Yeah, so a very quick P3 dig, honestly, for him. And that's
no
a raft,
boots.
Which might be useful, though. I think that bridge is our only way off the west. I don't think we completely saw the northwest corner, but I think that's our only way off the west. So, you might need that raft at some point.
Yeah, there's a limitation with the game to where the raft and the bridge cannot be on the same border of the map. So seeing as the bridge is on the north side, we're not going to have a raft over on the other side of the north either.
No, and I think we've seen enough of the geography that I don't think there's a cave there. Level has seen, oh, hi, islands, and he's going to go straight there. Or not. Nah, he's going to go clear out the northern half first.
I was going to say, I'm not entirely sure how the game actually dictates what's west and east. So maybe if it's got a little bit of cutout, maybe it considers that it could put the raft over here. I guess Level's about to show us. Which looks like a negative.
That's a pretty barren northwest corner. Got a graveyard there, and that's about it. I also need to go back around because that's a big old lake in a really bad spot.
Yeah, so I'm pleased.
Hard food's locked, but that's truly.
I'm pleased with the lack of boots so far for this Islands East. But yeah, Alan digging into 4. We know it's not going to be able to be finished, completed in its current form. So he's going to dig around here. Hopefully he can get through here a little bit faster than Level. Otherwise, it's just going to be another time sink. But he doesn't know that, but it's going to help Level out here, kind of even things out.
Yeah. Won't take too much longer for Level to clear out the rest of this northern half of the west. It's pretty simple. He's going to find a way to nothing. That 20-point P-bag is really just a massive eye roll.
Yeah, it's like totally like the game already gave you 700. It's like, what else do you want? What else do you want, runners? I'm going to give you 70, 20, and 700. Just be happy with that.
Yeah, so it's like 20-point P-bags. It's basically nothing. Like, we've got one gem between them, and Level with no gems actually is at the one at 555, and even 345 is not shabby for TH, who does take a lava bath here. As Level has found out, he's done everything he can in the west basically, besides go back to 3, so you might as well go take a look in this Islands East.
Yeah,
did we get that P back? I guess he doesn't need to as 555 anymore.
Did either of our runners check directly north as we walked in there? There's a little bit of swamp and some forest. I don't know if it goes any higher.
It's a hard mountain block.
Oh, okay.
On that starting island. It's just a wall of mountains right on that northern end of that island, so you can't go anywhere. It looks like the other one of the challenges of the island biomes, especially without boots, is figuring out where you are relative to the rest of the map. I think they start in the southwest corner, more or less, but I'm not completely certain.
Yeah.
Just based on how everything is positioned, I want to say they're in the southeastern corner, wherever. But it's hard to tell.
I was going to point out that Alan was killing the Moa in this room. That's actually a room from Death Mountain that's been repurposed for palaces. But sometimes that Moa can actually be a respawning Moa. So I wanted to see if it was going to be a respawn. He took all that time to kill it, and I was really interested to see if it was going to be respawning, but this time it is not.
Water tile here potentially for a level, though you can't check it, of course. This island's enormous.
Yeah, this is as far as Alan got here.
And that's Risen P-Vac Cave for a level. Alan finding that love block.
You're going to be a magic container here in Risen, and then hopefully he can get out of here and he can show us some more of this east. Or if he doesn't, he'll definitely go back and do that, what we know is 3 now.
Yeah, and 3 was decently quick, too.
Yeah. And that raft, I mean, even if level goes a little bit further here and kind of sees a raft tile, maybe we'll have some sort of raft block and we won't be able to get further on the east. I mean, that could, I don't know. I'm hoping for Super Troll. I shouldn't do that to these runners because it's going to come back and bite me and one of the future races that I'm in.
TH heading through this item room here. Running face first into a Doom Knocker. Level taking this bridge that's north of the Risen P-Vac Cave, basically.
Yeah, we watched him queue up Thunder right as he walked in here. He knew that they could have these bridges from the east can have those flies that are flying around, very, very annoying, especially when you're trying to jump those gaps. Just clear them out with Thunder and be done with it.
You can see there was the spell in it. Well, that's convenient, I guess. I think we're just kind of out in the middle part of the map. Again, it's really hard to tell where we are relative to anything else, as that's a very nice look.
Well, I was about to say we're going to do a full clear, seeing as it's spell, and we've got plenty of magic to cast this thing. I wonder if Level is going to go back and do 3 and 4 now, or sooner than later. Maybe not. I don't know. Or
we were discussing glove blocks. I don't remember if Level actually left out of the item room in 4, because
yeah,
that's where TH is right now. Okay.
Yeah, he looped around. He looped around back to the elevator.
Okay, I remember.
I think this is the room right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is the loop for TH. I lost myself. And yeah, there's the bad news for TH.
So I think he did it a little bit faster than Level. Okay, he doesn't.
I think so, because Level took a while to figure out that was a loop.
Well,
and he wanted another P-Vac game.
Yeah, Level also stuck around in there to get the few hundred experience he wanted for the attack level.
Yeah,
whereas Alan just dipped out.
Yep. Is gonna go pick up this Swamp Womp 20-point P-Vac. It's funny how our P-Bag amounts are 20, 70, and 700.
It is. It's
either
total trolley bait.
Garbage, mostly garbage, or absolutely fantastic.
It's like I tell you, with the 700s, you just don't want to leave it behind because you might just leave behind a 700 if you're not paying attention. And, you go back and it's 20, you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, pretty much. And even the 70 isn't great relative to the 700. Level's checking out this cave here, which is a pass he doesn't really need to take, I think. I'm not sure if there's anything hiding out in this forest that he's heading towards. Is this another 700 for TH? Here's the Valley of Death, I think.
No,
or something. No, Sunken Peep-Bag Cave, and that's a wonky layout here on this map for that Valley of Death. We can see
Ouch.
it, but that entrance cave is somewhere else around here.
Yeah, it looks like the tail end is on the north side, and it looks like the volcano's right next to us, and the entrance is actually on the north side, far from where we're at.
Something like that, yeah. Again, because we don't have boots, we're limited to what we can physically get within our range of vision, which is a little wonky at times. So you don't have necessarily a full picture of everything as we get our medicine here.
Nice river devil there? Sorry, you're about to see it on Ellen's screen. It goes to two swamp.
Nice river devil, which goes to absolutely nowhere. Yeah, I don't think Level actually walked north enough and walked over there. Not that it matters. I think that's about south of where Level is right now. Is those two swamp tiles is somewhere? Yeah, right there. At the bottom right corner of his screen right now is where his those swamp tiles are.
That life pickup for Alan was pretty big. I don't think Level grabbed that.
I don't think he did, no. I think Level took one look at Router and walked right back out of it.
Okay, I was just saying, did Level just come back down the... Okay, yeah, we need to go north. We need to go north. There's a bridge going north, and that's gonna potentially take us to more of the east.
Yeah, Level playing the flute, I don't even know why. It certainly didn't need to. TAH is over here. He took that pass. Okay, so that's where that pass-through went to, is it leads here. He's going to... Okay, and I think Level's going to go back to 3 now, which we know is going to lead him nowhere.
Alan not going to step foot into that cave. That's sunken with the medicine.
He doesn't know that, of course. We know that leads to Shield Spell, which would be kind of handy, to be fair. Alright, let's head on over to this bit of this island, though, which is... Right, this should have been where Nukasudo is, yep. And then we haven't seen this bridge leading north from this bit of land that Nukasudo's on. Because this is a pretty big island where he's currently at, but he does need to get off it at some point.
Oh, so Level came back, and he's coming through this P3 now. Okay. Unfortunately, this glove block was not important here.
No, so I hope for his sake he gets looped around or something pretty quick, because TH had a pretty quick P3. Unfortunately, he had a pretty quick P3, so it might turn out that everything else is behind this glove block. We'll see. No, I wouldn't say it was the fastest P3 or anything, but it wasn't, it was like just a few minutes. That is a dead end, though, so that's good for him.
So from here, Alan needs to step out of Nukasudo, and there's a bridge that's just north of here, and we have not seen up there yet.
And it has to be our progression one way or another. We're kind of locked out of this seat right now.
Well, I was about to say, funny enough, we've seen the boots tile, desert tile, both the items in Nukasudo and both caves, no boots on the east. The boots are obviously not going to be on the water tile, so boots are somewhere else. Palace, or not on the western palaces, so maybe eastern palace, or maybe I'm going to get my wish today, Maze Island.
Could be Death Mountain, too. We don't know. We haven't seen another continental connector. We know it's not on the west. They've seen every square of the west. And
I didn't want to do that to them. It doesn't seem to
be showing up on the east, either. I mean, they have to mention it at this point. We're 32 minutes in Islands East with no boots in sight.
Well, see, here's the thing. It may end up being to where boots aren't necessarily required. So from Alan's side, he's done 3. He knows 4 was glove blocked. He's now got the 4. He's now got the glove. If he stays on the east, finds 2 more palaces, he could just up an A, go back to 4, do that, and then hit GP on the west with no boots required for anything.
It's possible. I was going to say, actually, that, TH has no reason to go back to the west unless he game overs. Which he hopefully doesn't, because he knows that 4 is there. He knows it's glove blocked, and he knows he doesn't need to get back there until he needs it. Oh, that death hurts, though.
Yeah.
Ouch. Down to 2 lives. We haven't seen a single palace yet on this east, so it's gotta show up eventually, I hope. We are still kind of roughly somewhere in the middle of the map, I want to say. So we're getting towards the northern coast now, I think. Well, coast and question marks. Flute time! Revealing... forest tile. Gee, thanks.
Big 700 pointer? Yes.
Very nice. That will be Magic 5, which I don't know what the spell costs are for level of Magic 6, but they haven't been changing much, I've noticed. And there's the palace that TH needs. There's also a town here on this enormous island. We're basically on the middle of the northern edge of the map now, I want to say, as we find Darunia with the fairy spell in it. Well, I think we found that child earlier.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. We do have the child. So there's no blocks for any of this. Yeah, this is, okay. I'm deeming it free seed.
Raft for Level, who is now out of here.
Yeah, Level, he got caught up in palaces for a little while, wasted a little bit of time, and Ellen was in the outside world getting a lot of those 700-point P-bags, and I guess they were both getting 700-point P-bags, but Level even ended up at 566 now, where Ellen's only at 455 after all of that.
Level does have very strong combat skills, as noted, and this has been a little wonky at times for combat. Level at this point 566 is not going to backtrack for that P-bag. Sure, it might be a 700, it also just might be a 20. Thunder is still 72, by the way, Magic 6.
Yeah, it might not drop at all until Magic 8, or, I mean, it's well within the randomizer puts it well within castable range, and this is technically well within a castable range that the randomizer will put it at. Might just have started as low as it can go.
It's possible. The randomizer does do that sometimes as we get up stab for TH. Back to 4 for Level, might as well beat us since he's here. Now the real question at this point is, given all they have and all they've seen, as far as I can figure, I think that Valley of Death entrance is hard to boost lock for TH. It doesn't seem like any of the caves you're able to access around that area or anything were the connector cave we needed for that. So I think we probably need boots for the Valley of Death, and I have no idea where the other palace on this is. Oh no, we have this one here, so this one's hopefully beatable. I mean, it should be. So we've got this. Let's see, it's a 4-gemmer. We've got 3 for this. Oh, I think I didn't catch the statue. I don't know if
it's 2.
You didn't. Okay, it's 2. Thank you. So P3, P4, P2. This is a 4-gemmer, though. Where will our 4th palace be? Because we're missing a. We haven't found the Valley of Death entrance, we haven't found the other palace on the east, and we don't know where Maze Island is. So I'm a little worried about how we're going to get to our 4th palace, whatever that might be, because we don't have one. So you see, nope, that's a dead end for TH, mixing things up.
Yeah, I think there still might be a little bit of space left here. So just to the west of this palace, there was a cave, and that could lead us to Maze Island. That could be a pass-through to more of the east. There was even a little bit of land, but I don't know if it goes through or not. It's like one tile wide.
I'm also not sure we've seen the full western edge of the island TH is currently on.
That's true as well. I don't think we have.
I'm not actually sure. I don't think there's a bridge off the eastern end, but and we are on the northern edge of the map, I think now, more or less. So we're not getting off this by the north to the north. We might still have a land bridge, or we could, just find boots in here. That is an option.
Yeah, that's true.
Boots in here would be pretty nice, though. If we get boots in here, that just indicates to me that we needed the boots in here to get anywhere else on the map, because the game ran out of things for us to do. This seed did take a very long time to generate. And, yep, there they are. That's required, I think.
Yeah, that's. I'm sure Alan's happy to see that. Level's got to do a little bit of walking back. He does have the medicine. We'll see if he stops in Mito to get the shield spell. I don't blame him if he doesn't. He's already at life 7. he's going to be, if not, he's going to be back to East ASAP, and then he will be in 2 along with Alan shortly. Or Alan might be out of there by that time, but still.
Yeah, because this is a fairly linear East without boots. You follow the path you have, and you'll get there.
Yeah, that's always nice. Well, you know, you hate it. Well, I mean, I hate it when I'm watching and it's like 2 ways to go and someone goes left and the other person goes right, and all of a sudden there was definitely a correct direction to go, and then there's a big lopsided result in the race because of that. So with that linear East, no boots, I like to see that, not only because it was forcing them to actually play the terrain and play the encounters and whatnot, but no one could go somewhere where the other one couldn't.
Nope. I do wonder, though. I mean, we have seen the rough location of the Valley Path. Not 100% sure what the faster cave to get in there is, but we do know where. But we do have a rough idea, and it's we have seen the actual valley. Yeah. So after you get out of 2, where do you go? Do you try looking for the Valley of Death, or do you go take a wander with your brand new boots and see if you can't find the other palace? Probably somewhere on the western side of the map, I think, at this point, is where the last palace is hiding, but it's really hard to tell with islands when you just got the boots 39 minutes in. Yeah, I want to explore the unknown cave that is just west of this palace. I want to know what that is, because it's obviously not an item cave. We've seen the item caves, so it's either pass through or perhaps Death Mountain or Maze Island. Oh, that's true, because if we find a Maze Island connector and the palace is right there, that might be the fastest 3rd or 4th palace for these 2. Yeah. And if they do choose to do different palaces for their 4th gem, for whatever reason they might do that for, as I'm not sure why TH did a full reset. Oh, no. TH? I would have just updated out of 2 and gone find another palace on the east of whatever kind you feel like digging and go do that instead of... Because you have to go hike all the way back to that caldera now for TH, which seems a bit inefficient. Yeah, Alan had the routing advantage there. He had access to stuff we had not seen, and unfortunately going back to go do 4, and maybe turn in the... Oh, he doesn't have the medicine because he didn't hit Sunken. Okay, I don't know. Maybe because he skipped that cave for whatever reason. Yeah, plus he has the boots now. That would have easily opened up the 4th palace that we needed to clear on the east there. Yeah, wherever he chose to find it, it was available, yeah. I don't know why TH just did a full reset there. At least if he's the northern half of the east, I feel like you don't accidentally do a full reset considering the amount of inputs it requires. But maybe, I don't know, because at least the GP is in the northern half of the... well, GP is in the northern half of the west, so he can just backtrack from the east once he's done with his 4th gem, wherever that is, but... this is not perhaps what I would have done, in any case. Yeah, it's an interesting play, unless he's thinking it's only a 3-gemmer instead of a 4-gemmer. I mean, he could be misremembering. I understand it's right there in the inventory, but... I mean, we've already seen it happen this tournament where someone mistakes how many gems they needed to place, and that they caught themselves very early. For I've made a mistake with my win conditions before to a different randomizer, and I definitely felt like a bit of a ding-dong brain when I realized. Yeah. Did we see this town on level side? Is this going to be something? I'm pretty sure we have. No, we're here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the area that was south of the palace where Ellen was. That one little tile up and down next to that cave that's just north of Old Casuto here. Yes. Okay, I was correct. Yeah, and we see the raft as well. This is going to be jump as well. Dude, F this game. Yeah, that is the raft tile for levels, so I think he'll take it and see where that goes, potentially. Because if that's Maze Island, it could be a quick palace for him. He doesn't yet know that that P2 is also on this island. He's, further north of his current position. Yeah, he needs to just kind of peek up there, but he's not. He's going to check. There's our Death Valley, too. No, he might do his Death... Okay, no, you check the raft, yeah. Ouch, no boots. Yeah, level I would not be taking a Canyon Death Mountain right this second. No. Yeah, turn around to go do something else.
He might head into
Which
Death Valley
is the
here.
valley, unfortunately. I mean, it's... Okay, no. Gonna go explore the rest of this area first, which is good for him.
Yeah, he'll see the palace up here. If he goes north, there it is. Okay. And Fairy is just west, kind of west. The town, that's Fairy
just
as well.
north and west of his current position. Okay, and actually did miss. There is a bridge leading to the east off that island.
Oh, okay.
This island. So even if we hadn't found Boots in 2, we would have been able to head east. As here's Carrot for TH.
So this may still work out in Alan's favor. He's going to place his 3rd gem here and then head back to the east, I assume. But with the boots, he'll be able to find another palace ASAP. And then technically he can just walk back to the west. Instead of having to go all through the caldera again, he can walk back to the west and hit up GP on the north side of our western continent. Although he will be right alongside level at that point if it all goes well.
Tudor boots are here in 2. It is a little bit of a dig. TH did spend a good couple minutes in here, so we'll have some time. Honestly, I think of what's going to be a major deciding factor of this race right now is going to be which one of them, which palaces they choose to dig for their 4th. It's just going to depend on what they actually find, which is basically the routing dependent on where they choose to go to find their 4th palace, because they both have a few options. Like Level, I think, is likely to go to that Valley of Death, having seen it, which TH did not due to he just never walked over there.
I think
TH knows it exists, and he might just go looking for with Boots, which he will find, because they could go for the Valley of Death, they could go looking for the 3rd palace on the east, which is somewhere. Who knows where exactly, but it is on the map. As Level finds his boots.
Yeah, unless I'm hoping he goes back to the town. He saw it in the upper left of his screen. If he remembers it after P2, I hope so, because that's Fairy. If he walks in that direction, I would say that with the Fairy spell, unless he sees a palace in the immediate area, he might look around a little bit. But if he doesn't see it, I'm agreeing with you. He might just go back to Death Valley and finish it off, and then just go back to GP.
Because just for the proximity's sake.
Yeah.
TH is following the southern coast currently. We have seen a good chunk of this, because this island here took up a pretty good amount of that map, and here's the difficult thing is we don't know where exactly the boundaries of the map are, or what we found particularly. This does seem to be the western edge of the map, apparently. Or not quite. So this is back to that this large northern island. Okay, that is the western edge of the map. Because this is the hard thing with islands biomes when you don't have boots, or even with boots. Where am I relative to anything else? There's our 3rd palace.
P5.
P5. Yipes. So this is the interesting thing, because this is the longest palace on average out of them, but on the other hand, sometimes it's not that long, and we don't know how long that Valley of Death palace is. Plus, Level is also just, still in 2.
Yeah, so Valley of Death options are 1 and 6. I don't know if that's 1. It could be a quicker dig, but then again, you got to get through Valley of Death, and that's going to cost you a little bit of time.
Okay, that's a dead end. But yeah, and if it's 6, I mean, that's 6. Helmet Head wasn't too far in, but yeah, TH is into his chosen 4th palace first. Unfortunately, his chosen 4th palace just so happens to be P5.
Yeah, the thing is, we could have seen this, coming back to when Alan up an A to go all the way back to start. Unfortunately, he could have already been in here digging around. He might have even done the Death Valley attempt, seeing as he was much closer to it out of P2 with the boots and everything. And so, I don't know. This may come back to hurt him. Who knows? Oh, Level, he's going to check the Red Rock. He might not go to that town. I hope he goes to that town, though.
I hope so, because Fairy would be good. I mean, P5 isn't the most appealing of options, but it's also a P5 that TH has. He doesn't know where exactly his Valley of Death entrance is. He could go looking for it if he wanted to. It's not that hard to find. He has boots, and he knows it's not that hard to find generally. I mean, there's only so much of the map that's available. And Level is also going for 5, apparently. Without Fairy. Well then.
Yeah, that's
because your other choice is the Valley of Death, basically, for both of these two. Level knows where it is, but he doesn't want to dig it, apparently. Yeah, TH a little bit ahead getting into 5, a little behind on levels, though I'm not sure how much it'll ultimately matter. And has the fairy spell, which might honestly be the biggest thing for these two right now.
And he's got the life spell here for Guma as well. That's probably going to help him out a little bit. And even if GP is a little long and a little difficult, that life spell very likely may come in handy.
But these two are pretty neck and neck right now as they go into one of these big open garden rooms, basically, is what I like to think of them as.
Yeah, we call this the courtyard.
Courtyard, that's what I was thinking. Or, and, oh hey, glove blocks.
See, it's always tough to leave that area. I always want to check left right away just to see what that room is so I know if I loop or if there's an elevator in that room that I need to come back to and check. So that's kind of an unknown on Alan's side there, that elevator he came up from. There was a quick left to check there.
Yep. Level staying true to his name? Yeah, Level does tend to pick up plenty of levels. Different courtyard room now, and that's a dead end actually, so there he goes. And I think it is now time to go take that left after the first courtyard.
Yeah. I think it's kind of linear in here.
I think so, because I'm not sure there was that many paths for... Well, when you first get in, there's an elevator shaft. They both took that first left off that elevator. I don't think... Neither of them took the left at the bottom of that elevator. I don't know where that goes.
Yeah, I was going to say the right takes you to a dead end, so that's a nothing burger. But then you're right, they both took the same left.
Neither of them took the left at the bottom of that first elevator shaft, so that might be a thing. Fun collection of enemies here for TH.
It is going to be a thing, because here's a dead end. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, hold on. I don't know. There's a split on levels side. I don't know if I saw both of these directions just yet. Alan had to pick one, but I don't remember which one he picked.
I am also not sure why he went all the way to the end of that dead end, but he did. How far is level TH from his last fork that we haven't seen yet anyway? I feel like he's a good ways in on this current.
The fork is right where Level was. So Level came up and he's following the same path that Alan did. Alan's got to come down this elevator and head hard left through 3 rooms. I think they're about the high 5. Yep.
Yes, they are. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure how far TH was from it because I was like, does he need to backtrack a lot? But it could be worse, I guess. Probably comparable from restarting the entire thing.
Oh no! Star, what did you do? You said restart the entire thing. Yeah.
As I say that, he's going to just restart the thing and go take that left of the way bottom of this elevator shaft, so never mind.
Yeah, it's hard to remember where the last junction was. There's a trick to counting rooms, and I know how to do it, but I never do it. For some reason, it just completely always slips my mind. And so if you don't remember that there was a junction back there, then, you're going to forget it. You're going to up an A and just take that second left.
Yeah. Yeah, Level's currently on his way to that dead end, and this is an elevator for TH. Which, oh boy.
We still got options.
We still got options, because you could have taken the left at the middle of that elevator shaft, or you can take the left at the top of the elevator shaft, which is what TH has taken. And the top of the elevator shaft is going us to this room.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Level to see this dead end coming up, and we'll see if he backtracks to what is known as the Winter Solstice elevator room. He might. Oh, item room for Alan.
Okay. Complete with a very, very glitchy mini boss.
Mutant horse head. Oh, and it's broken. It's just a small item.
Oh, yeah.
It's a show off. Yeah, there's a bug in this room when there's a certain item drop. It's going to be nothing in the room. It's going to be P-Bag or 1-Up or something, but he's got to grab that and then he can go.
Okay, yep. Very buggy item room indeed.
It's on the to-do list for fixing. Slowly but surely.
Kudos to Elendar for working on bug fixes for the randomizer, but it does look like that left, the first right on this elevator shaft is going to be the only other option on this branch. Level's heading back to that fork we saw a few rooms back, so that's where he's going.
Yeah, our two runners are about to show us which one of these two directions is the way to Guma.
Because this is basically, yeah, the 50-50 they've got. For us, it's a 50-50. They don't know that. They both.
Wow, lots of elevator rooms in this palace. Holy jeez.
There's a ton, yeah. Oh, and Level picked the right one. Oh, if TH had only backtracked, Nikons cursed him into it. Oops.
Yeah, he was 2 rooms away from that junction.
Oh my, elevators! Cheat! That thankfully loop into themselves. That's good for TH that was a loop. He needed that. I don't know where this left goes, but he needed that loop.
Yeah, I got a little overly surprised there, but it was misdirected. I thought I saw something. It's nothing. No. It's a dead end for him.
Yeah. TH is best off just obeying from here. He does not. I would not backtrack out of here, TH. You've got new forks left in this general region. Your last fork was way down the other path.
Yeah, this is potentially the turning point right here because Level's just going to back out of here. And we'll see if he walks it back to the bridge or if he's going to just up an A and walk it back through the caldera.
TH, you're looping. Okay, there we are. But yeah, we'll see how Level gets back to GP. Unfortunately, yeah. Okay, he's going to go check out that town first. Good, he'll get Ferry. And TH is backtracking on... Or not this town, that's Buru. It's nearby, at least. There we are. TH is backtracking on foot right now. Reflect is a whopping 21 points and Ferry 29. That's honestly not bad for 7 jars.
Not at all.
TH having a thing... You need to update TH. You are a long way from Guma right now. He's trying to remember where his last fork was, I think. And unfortunately, he's a pretty long way from it, I think. It's gonna take him a while to get back there.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Because he did go down a good number of rooms off this fork near start, and he's currently walking all the way back through all these rooms. I think that 1190 experience might have something to do with it too. He has to go all the way back through these. Okay, there we are. I think this is back to the original elevator shaft from at the start. And he's going to confirm. Yep. Okay, my sense of direction is functional.
Oh
and
no!
He just decided no. He's going to pay out of 5. He's decided he doesn't want to go back down that mess that ended in a bunch of courtyard rooms. And he's instead going to go find the Valley of Death.
He might see this. He might see this raft tile here, and he might want to take this raft tile as well.
He might. I have no idea what this cave is, but I don't think it'll help him.
That's a pass-through.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he's gonna take the raft and probably turn. I hope. I don't.
There's a cave. There's a south-facing cave right here that he's about to walk into. Oh no, no.
He's taking a quick look to see if there's a Maze Island connector. Yeah. No. Okay, turns around. Level is backtracking to GP back to the bridge tile now. TH verifying. Yep, that's the valley.
So there's a cave that's just west of where Alan was. I saw this earlier, and it doesn't look like it's got a southern side connecting to it, so that might be our Maze Island connection, although Alan is going into the Valley of Death. And so is... Oh, okay, no, Level is not.
I think... Where is Level going might be the better question right now.
Oh, it is a pass-through. Okay.
I'm more confused why Level's still here. It's a 4-gemmer, no?
Yeah.
Level, this is not your way back to anything. I mean, it might be a little... I guess it gets it back to the bridge. I will just walk on the water, because, you know, it's an islands biome and you have boots. This Valley of Death is decently long, got a good couple of encounters with TH, so this is gonna be a bit before he gets out of here. And that's before we see the palace. If it's P1, it might be short. If this was P6, he could be here a while. About a 57:20, I think that was for Level.
Yeah, all the time it's gonna cost to get to this.
Hard require T-Bird. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty easy for these guys right here. Lots of resources. I mean, even on low resources, nice to have it near the front. Lots of attempts.
Yeah. No, that was more or less saying, oh, hi, basically. And, oh no, that's P6 for TAH.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he had just dug back into 5 and just kind of looked around a little bit, he would have spent the same amount of time finding Guma as he is now having taken to find P6 here in the valley.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Barba could be very deep in here. 5 is technically longer than average, but 6 is not a short palace.
Yeah, I don't want to call this just yet because we could have a dragon very close by, but Alan had a very, very good lead over Level, with his Level taking the early dips into palaces and not unable. P3 was open for him, but he dipped out early, and then P4 was not. It was glove blocked, and he had ended up spending almost 20 minutes digging palaces unsuccessfully in the early game, where Alan took a good bit of little lead there, and that's what he needed. Yeah. Oh,
well, that is a fast Barba at least. I think that was just forgot to hit the jump button.
Yeah, there's
he had a
still
decent amount of life when he walked into the room. He's fine. It was just a bit of a oops.
Yeah, Level is still in an incredibly strong position just because this is not a low resource seed. He's got lots of levels. They've got lots of lives, and I mean, even 4 hearts. That's not a huge ordeal, but I think he's going to have a good amount of clear time in this GP ahead of Alan here.
Yeah, there does seem to be a few forks here, so that's good for Alan. Alan's a little behind on levels, but it is a decent resource seed, as you said, so it's not a huge deal. He's a little lower on levels, I think. 668 versus what I think will be 566. Won't be too bad. Speaking
of more forks. Wow. Level. They both have upstab, I think. I think they both have upstab, if that's the way.
Hey, Cemetery! Welcome in. We're getting towards the tail end. I think TH might be best off updating out of here. That Valley of Death was not fast. I'm not sure, though. Trying to think of his fastest way back to GP right now.
Yeah, it depends on how good he is at Fairy Feet to just get out of there, but it looks like he's just going to up an A.
Decided to heck with it. Spicy chickens and the chicken knight. Woohoo! Complete with the level.
Well, this is what Alan needs right here, is for Level to get caught up in something like this. If this ends up being a dead end, somewhere down the line, this is potentially going to game over him here, but he might not. That bot behind him is a little trolly, though.
It is. He does seem to have this chicken.
Oh!
Well, no. As I say that, that's a death. Ouch. Com's curse, I was gonna say you think he's got the chicken cornered, and then of course it gets it over him. Oops.
Yeah, we'll see if Alan wants to go hard. Well, after Thunderbird, there's a right, which was a dead end, and then there's 2 lefts, and levelengine is down one of those lefts. Took him to a 4-way. Okay.
Well, never mind, I guess. Hi, Darklink.
Wow, what?
Okay, I guess that's that.
Wow, with as close to that Darklink was to start, Alan had a very strong chance to take this win. That up an A out of P2 after having the boots on the islands east was very questionable, and that is absolutely what cost him this race, I think.
P2 and then billing at a P5.
That too, that's right.
I kind of understand the up A out of 5 after the item, after the courtyard rooms and the item, which and it was a 50-50 from our perspective, but unfortunately, Alan got the wrong end of that 50-50.
Yeah.
GG's to Level though, 101.45. Not too shabby for a 4-gemmer. That was a Level trolley. As TH gets in the door, we'll see if Level wants to come in for an interview. And let's switch audio. I hope I don't deafen you all. We'll find out.
Yes, please let us know if Ellen's audio is way too high.
I also realized Levels might have been a bit loud as well. Hopefully it wasn't too terrible. Levels is fine. Okay, good. Yeah. Let's see. Brain's in a few different places right now. We'll see if Level wants to join us. Hasn't responded yet in race time, so he has cut his stream. We'll see how T-Bird does. TH does in this T-Bird.
I assume Level Engine's doing a victory dance.
I'm not sure he's doing a victory dance. I don't know that Level doesn't seem the type to do a victory dance. I don't
Never
think.
underestimate the guy. The people who look like they're not going to be doing victory dances are the people who are definitely doing victory dances.
I have no idea what Level looks like. I don't think I've ever seen him use a face cam.
Yeah,
But who knows? Maybe.
He does streaming on YouTube with the face cam.
Gotcha.
I'd like to see a victory dance out of Level.
Hey, Level. Apparently Brian wants you to see you do a victory dance.
He is up in the waiting room.
Alright, we'll get him in. Hey, Level. GG's.
I'm doing a victory set.
Oh, you're in the chat. That's why Star was talking to you. Yeah.
Yes. GG's, Level.
Thanks.
We thought Alan had, we would say, a bit of a lead in the beginning there. You ended up digging what we eventually knew as P3.
Oh,
Yeah.
3. Right.
Yeah, you did 3 early on, but you didn't get too far into it, and then you dipped out of there. Yeah, and then you went into 4, and unfortunately it was glove blocked. Yeah, and
That wasn't there. I didn't really need it.
yeah. But while you were doing all that, Alan was just clearing the overworld, and he had a good bit more information. He had the glove. He had been on the east and things like that. So we were wondering, we're like, okay, we see these glove blocks, and now Alan's got the glove, and if he comes back, he's going to be able to start doing palaces where Level spent a good chunk of time, almost 20 minutes. It was like 18 minutes and some change before you hit the north side of the west. But we thought that was going to cost you. And when it came down to P2, Alan was in there. You didn't do, yeah, you did P2. Alan was in there first. He had the boots, but then that was his third gem, or it was his second gem. He still needed to do P4, but he up and A'd back to start from P2 with the boots, and he could have just stayed on the east and did his what would have been his third palace, but and then he could have just come back west, done 4 and done GP. And so he up and A'd and went all the way back to start, and that hurt him there. He still had so much time left, though, that you and him were in 5 together, and you found Guma, and he didn't. He got seemingly a little confused in there. He didn't. He almost full cleared the place, other than Guma's route, and then up and A'd out of it to go into Death Valley to find 6. And Barba wasn't too far in, but man, the up and A out of 2 to come back to start after having the boots for opening up the east, and not finding Guma when you found him and were out of there, and then going to find 6, that is ultimately what cost him all that time, all the time he had from the early game. That is what cost him, and that is what plus your good routing in GP definitely helped there. But yeah, you closed the gap and then you took over.
It had to be good, honestly. Definitely fell behind over that early game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alan is now dealing with this lovely trio of chickens taking a death that is just before Darkling.
I got closer to dealing with all of them. I got 2 out of 3 before I ultimately gave in.
And TAH has decided, I don't feel like dealing with the chicken squad. Fair enough. GG's to TAH deciding, I'm done. But yeah, that was...
Room.
Sorry, what? You cut out a bit.
Darkling was literally the next room, wasn't it?
It is. He just decided he doesn't feel like dealing with them, I guess. Fair enough. But yeah, no, it really was that early game. Like, he was maybe a minute, 2 minutes ahead of me. It wasn't timing the specific timing of P5 entry. And then he just... he got the, like... one of, like, Guma, the path to Guma is near a fork, one of which leads you to, like, a pretty long chain of rooms. That eventually gets you to the item room. There's also, like, a couple of big courtyard rooms, another dead end or 2. Like, he went all down all that, didn't quite remember that there was a fork, like, maybe, 7 or 8 rooms back or whatever it was, and then ended up just banging out of there, and that's what cost. Check the other fork that was right by start, the bottom of that starting elevator, and then just left, and that's unfortunately what did him in.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember that level, that palace level, but it was, as Star was explaining, there was that upside down T junction room. You went up, and and Alan had already gone up through that path that led to a dead end. He was walking back, and you two high fived down that route, and he was like 2 rooms away from that elevator to go left, which was Guma's path. That's where he up and A'd, and he tried everything else in P5. And you didn't up and A, you backtracked back to that elevator junction and then went left there, and that is ultimately what got you Guma. And that was the change, big change right there in P5.
Yeah.
But as usual, solid plays around, just bad luck in the early game. A lot of resources.
Like, multiple instances of bad luck in the early game.
Oh, yeah. Seed was at least kind enough to give you 700 point P bags. Those added up fast for you both.
Yeah, and 5 lives on top of that.
Yeah, this was pretty decently generous in terms of resources. So you guys never found another heart container. You guys didn't need another heart container. That was an issue, at least. But definitely was a bit of a back and forth here for a bit.
All right, well, that's definitely it from me. Again, GG level, great race, and 2-1 now going into the final week. There's going to be some competition there for sure, especially in the 1-1, 2-1 range. All of this stuff, all of this, the way that everyone's falling into their win and loss ratios here. It's all just moving into brackets. These are really good races at the end of Swiss before we go into brackets. So I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, unless you have any other final thoughts, I think that's about it for us tonight. Let's please do give both of our runners a follow. Once again, Level Engine and the Ellen Heffley, as well as to my co-com Mariah. Thank you so much, and thank you to Lost for doing our tracking tonight as well. Coming up ahead on the CSR schedule, that is it for us tonight. We do have a number of races tomorrow. Got a couple Link to Pass No Major Glitches League matches. We've got a Link to Pass Randomizer Survivors of Hyrule tournament match. We've got a double feature for Z2R with Eleanor versus Tiberius and Trails versus Patrick being featured on the same race stream. That'll be a fun one at 8 p.m. Eastern. We've got another LTTP and MG match besides. I got more tournaments besides. I think there's about 6 different tournaments going on right now. 7 different tournaments going on right now on CSR. So if you want Zelda action, there is a ton to be had. Please do keep an eye on schedule and give the CSR channels all follow ZeldaSpeedRuns main, ZeldaSpeedRuns 2, ZeldaSpeedRuns _3, and ZeldaSpeedRuns _4 for more action, because we've got plenty going on. We also, of course, will be back with more matches for this tournament as they get scheduled. I got one round of Source Plus brackets coming up after that. In the meantime, though, that is going to be it for us tonight. Thank you for watching all, and I guess we're heading straight back to Ken's stream. He's still going with some Zelda 2 vanilla speedruns here, practicing for the multi-category tournament coming up. He is currently now on a new game plus no major glitches run, any percent. So we'll wish him luck with that. Thanks for watching all, and we'll see you another time.